Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks bringing you the Daily SPY Report for Thursday, November 10th, 2021. Before I jump into the charts, just want to encourage you to click like if you like the videos you've been watching on the Daily SPY, and certainly subscribe. Subscribing to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel will provide you notifications each and every time the Daily SPY Report has been uploaded for your viewing. It generally goes out by 5 p.m. Standard Time, Central Standard Time, Chicago, each and every trading day for the next trading day. So let's jump to the charts. Yesterday, Wednesday, November 9th, I'd mentioned that were we to open, below the formation that today is at 469 even. Yesterday it was at 457.51, as I recall. We opened clearly below it. We had overnight selling in the S&P, a modest amount, and then we opened below it in the SPY. Also, the futures opened below their same identical channel bottom. Both markets were contained by that formation. I call that a short to near term. As I was saying yesterday, near term for me is 2 to 3 weeks. Short term is 3 to 5 days. So you could sort of dice it either way you want. But in any event, it's not a significant channel bottom, but it does have pivot point qualities for several days. And if we were to test it today, 469 can contain session strength. I think we could give it one more day of that ability, and below which, still anticipating the 460.51 to 460.82 area. Now, I mentioned in yesterday's video that were we to open below the 469 even channel bottom, and we did, that 460.51 to 82, that formation would be potentially in reach intraday. That did not happen, but I think there's a decent chance we will test it today. That 460.51 to 460.82, nothing more really than a combination rising 1/3 speed line projected off the October low, and a rising channel bottom that includes trade over the same time horizon. That area is trend defining over the near term. In other words, over the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'd say at the most, we can bottom out at 460.51 this week, and then rally by the end of next week back up to the long-term resistance that is presently at 473.63. That long-term trend line I've been showing now for over a month that we rallied to within 0.5% of about 4 or 5 trading days ago, and now we're obviously backing off from that. For the day itself, I've got intraday containment levels above at 466.92 and below at 462.90. These are not significant levels, but if you're an aggressive day trader, I think these are worthy levels to trade around. 466.92 is nothing more than the low of the high, so that is a day resistance in itself. And then 462.90 is a different channel structure that is not as significant as the 460.51 to 460.82 area, but is nonetheless respectable in its ability to contain initial selling pressures for the day. And I'll show you here actually in the support and resistance area, you can see 462.90 below, 466.92 above those intraday containment levels. We could trade inside that area for the better part of the day. But if we break 462.90, which I think is the likelier outcome today, given the settlement below that 469 even rising channel bottom, then the targeted 460.51 to 460.82 area is likely today, where we can place a weekly low, as I say, and once tested, rally back by the end of next week to the 473.63 long-term trend line. But if we do close below 460.51 today, I see a good November high. Bearish continuation then. Now, yesterday I said 2 to 3 weeks. That could easily be more like 3 to 5 weeks. And here's the scenario. 436.62 becomes sort of the midterm target below 460.51. And, by midterm, 3 to 5 weeks. So that could easily push into early December. On the way down, we have the old high area from early September. The high itself was 454.05. The high settlement price at that time was 453.19. So that's narrower than a full point. It should be respected for its ability to contain session weakness. Under other circumstances, I might call that a 2 or a 3-star level that might contain weekly selling pressures. And it may. So for instance, if we close today, Thursday, below 460.51. I think tomorrow, Friday, end of the week, we could easily continue south to the 453.19 to 54.05 area tomorrow on Friday, where we could bounce for a day, possibly into early next week, possibly 2 or 3 days back up to that low 460 channel bottom then, which becomes our resistance then into later November. So if we close below 460.51, yes, 436.62 becomes a 3 to 5 week downside objective. And on the way, a decent respect should be given to that 453.19 to 54.05 area, especially if you're a day trader or if you're sort of a swing trader, a 2 to 3, 3 to 5 day swing trader. We could bounce off of there and, as I say, rally back into the 460s, low 460s again within 1 to 3 days. Then, of course, closing below 453.19 would be an accelerator to the downside. And then I think inside of 2 to 3 weeks, we should then test that 436.62 objective. An objective only if, by the way, we close below 460.51. But I've been mentioning, and I mentioned in yesterday's video, that merely holding below that 473.63 long-term trend line will keep that 436.62 formation in reach by the end of the year. There's no indication of that, but that would become clearer with a settlement today below 460.51. Let's talk upside today. If we push or open above 466.92, then 469 even is in reach. That is that channel bottom that can contain daily buying pressures, and once again below which we should over the next 1 or 2 days test the low 460s support. Now if we close today above 469 even, we should, I'd say tomorrow, actually test that 473.63 long-term trend line where we can top out through next week, possibly into December trade. And it is the point to settle above at even on a daily basis, because this is, after all, daily chart, to settle above 473.63. And, ideally, I'd like to see that by a 1% margin. So you'd add 4.73 to 473.63. I don't have the number in front of me, but that would be sort of the more conservative approach, the more reliable approach. But of course, even if we settled in the 474 or 475 handle, I think you'll have a buy signal that should then play out into early next year. I then have a 3 to 5 month objective, as I say, well above the market, presently at 520.61, that rising long-term channel top, when tested, able to absorb buying at least on a quarterly, if not annual basis. On the way up, just to throw this out there, we expect the low 480s within about a full week of trade, the lower 490s within about 2 or 3 weeks, and I have a lower 490s resistance that I don't have in front of me right now, but I did show it a few videos ago. It's an intermediate channel structure that itself could contain at least weekly, possibly monthly buying pressures, and if settled above, would be an upside accelerator into Q1. So, I think that's about it. I'm going to omit talking about the DIA, the IWM, the Triple Q right now. I did throw that out there yesterday. I'm just going to leave the SPY as is on its own merits. And please click like, please click subscribe. I'll leave you with the support and resistance levels for the day. I will be back tomorrow, Friday, November 12th, for the Daily SPY Report. You have a great evening, and we'll talk tomorrow.